Hello, time for a little update really I guess. Yeah, the big news, I've had the COVID, touch of the COVID the last week or two, so I've been isolating. It was very minor to be fair, didn't really feel much at all, but yeah, obviously tested positive, so did what you're supposed to do, kept out of people's way for well, 10 days. A little bit boring, but it did mean I got an awful lot of painting done. So yeah, just run through. There's quite a bit actually on this one, just to run through. Yeah, it started with these Austrian Hussars. They're Perry miniatures. The plastic ones, obviously. A few people have done these lately, but the colours on this regiment are just so bizarre. But that they bear painting. Yeah, red trousers, green top, and sky blue hat. Very strange combination. I don't know who dressed these guys. Obviously somebody who was colourblind, I guess. But yeah, they do look quite impressive nonetheless. Yeah, I've just done a unit of 6 for sharp practice and a couple of leaders as well. Yeah, nice, really nice unit. Lovely set. Yeah, I've not done. Have I done? Oh, yeah, I did the Perry Dragoons. I was going to say I've not done any Perry Cavalry before, but that's a lie. I did the French Dragoons, and they were good fun too. So, yes, that's the first thing. Contrast paint on the horses, which is the way to do things these days for me. I could spend ages shading these things and trying to make them look as good as that, and it would take me ages. Whereas these things, it's one thing and one coat and it does it. So can't knock it at all. So yeah, we'll put some stills up at the end so you can see them a bit better. But yeah, it's the officer and junior officer for the purposes of the game. But yeah, nice figures. Really enjoyed doing those. That got me onto a bit of a, because I enjoyed doing those so much, which is very unusual. I thought, while the iron's hot, I'll strike and see what other cavalry I've got. Yeah, then that led me onto these British Light Dragoons. Again, Perry set, really nice set. What else can you say really? There's loads of options there as well, different hats and different various pieces. So it's a bit of detective work required to work out what bits go together to try and sort of hit the period you're looking for. I mean, mine are all my Napoleonics are sort of, most of them anyway, are a much sort of later war, around the Waterloo or that kind of era. So I went for, I think, what I thought, as far as I could tell from the box and everything else I could see, was the right sort of gear. Yeah, so really nice unit of these. Enjoyed doing these too. Again, yeah, the contrast paints on the horses. I did try with these as well. I've got another project, a big new project starting, which I've just started. I'll come to that in another video. But yeah, I wanted to try and make good use of contrast paints on that, so I thought I'd try them out a little bit on some of these. And the blues and the greys were done with contrast as well. And it not turned out too bad, I didn't think. I think I might have gone back in and done a bit of highlighting on them actually as well, so kind of you don't necessarily see exactly what the contrast looks like, but yeah, it was okay. I've always been a bit sceptical of them, to be honest, but yeah, the horses definitely. For everything else, I was a bit unsure, but yeah, it was just starting to try build my confidence up with them. So yeah, the blue and the grey on these were contrast, but I think I did highlight them, so you don't get the pure look of the contrast and nothing else. But yeah, say another unit for sharp practice anyway. What I don't have, it's mainly an infantry game, to be honest, but you can have cavalry in it. I don't really have many options for that, particularly not for the British. So it was good to get a little unit done, vary things up, make things a bit more interesting. And then while I was on the cavalry train, yeah, I dug these out as well. The troopers themselves, so we'll put some stills up at the end so you can get a better view on them. But yeah, the troopers themselves are Warlord plastics, and the officer and trumpeter are Perry's metals. Just a command pack I bought to go with them. I originally got that Waterloo starter set, so you get some chasseurs, French chasseurs. These are obviously, you get some French chasseurs in there, but they don't have a command or anything. So I just picked up a command pack from Perry, which is why they're a bit more shiny, because I tend to put a coat of gloss varnish on the metals before I matte varnish them. It doesn't seem to matter how much matte varnish you put on; they still retain a bit of shine, and then that shows up even more on the camera. So, but again, yeah, we'll put some stills up at the end. But yeah, these were done with the green on these guys. I did do that entirely in contrast, which was new experience for me, to be honest, to do anything other than the horses and the contrast. And I think it worked quite well. Again, you're probably not getting it great in the light here. It doesn't seem to matter what time of day I make these videos, and the light's rubbish. But yeah, so we'll put some stills up at the end, maybe we can see them a little bit better then. So yeah, so as I say, that's the benefits of COVID isolation, really. I've been in this room a lot on my own, and it's given me a chance to get a lot of this kind of thing done. So I caught up with quite a lot of the backlog. I also did departing from cavalry. Yeah, I also did these guys, Portuguese skirmishers. I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation. Caçadores, Caçadores, take your pick. But yeah, Portuguese light infantry. These are from a game called Forager, which is a sort of a very, very small figure count skirmish game. You are literally looking at sort of six figures a side. Very, very small skirmish game. I've played a couple of games with it at the club with a friend's figures, but yeah, I've got the rules myself a while ago. Obviously, typically haven't played it since, but I've got the rules with all the figures. I did the British and Portuguese a little while ago, which were on here somewhere. But they also did some British and French rather, and they also did some Portuguese and Spanish. So the Spanish I haven't finished yet, but I'll get to them one day. But yeah, these were the Portuguese. So I just fancied something a little bit different, really. They're beautiful figures, really nice, chunky sculpts that paint up really, really well. They kind of paint themselves, really. Again, they are metal, so they're a little bit shiny now because that's the way metal figures seem to end up. And once I put the lacquer or the gloss varnish on, the matte varnish does dull them down, but not perfectly, and not enough to for the videos, unfortunately. But yeah, really enjoyed doing these. Hopefully I'll get a game of this in somewhere down the line. But yes, so just the figures and the sculpts and the poses are amazing. Just such nice characterful figures, really chunky as well, which it's a sort of style of figure I really like, to be honest. So yeah, really enjoyed doing those. Something different. Painting brown for a change rather than blue or red or green. Yeah, so different and enjoyable. Again, yeah, we'll stick some stills up at the end. And last of all, yeah, as I said, they did a set of Spanish guerrillas as well. I didn't paint all of them, but I painted a couple. I painted a monk and this guy who is a female rebel leader who you may recognise if you watch the Sharp series on TV. If you're that old, I am sadly. Yeah, just a couple of characterful figures which all fit nicely in the going to Sharp practice. There's objectives, and sometimes you need a holy man as one of your characters. So I've got that now. I was looking around Salute quite a lot, trying to find some sort of Napoleonic figures and characters, but it was really, really difficult. I asked all of the 28mm manufacturers there if they did them, and no one seemed to really do anything that fit the bill. So if you do know anyone that does any decent Napoleonic era civilians or characters, then please do let me know in the comments below, actually, because that would be quite useful. But yeah, these are certainly give me a start anyway. You've got a rebel leader there. That's possibly an objective for a game. A monk, holy man type. He doesn't look particularly holy, carrying a blunderbuss around, but I'm sure he could say the prayers if need be. So yeah, another couple of figures, but just clearing down the mountain a bit, and yeah, making the most of the time I had where I couldn't do a lot else really. So yeah, very enjoyable. So that's it really. As I say, I've got another project that I've just started as well. Hopefully, I'm hoping to make that something quite large. So I'll do a video about that separately, because I've just finished up the first sort of unit for that as well. I haven't quite finished basing them yet, so I'll get that finished up, and then we'll do another video in a day or two, hopefully, about that. But yeah, just really an update. Other than that, thanks for watching, subscribing, everything else. Watching everyone else's videos, really enjoying them. Thank you very much. As I say again, being stuck in a room on your own, staying out of everyone's way for a few days on the spin, it gives you a good chance to catch up on your YouTube videos. So really appreciate all the work people are doing, and for sharing it. So yeah, so I'll leave it there. I'll put a couple of stills at the end, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks very much. Take care of yourselves. Cheerio.